I'm live.
Are you live right now?
I am.
Hey, can I just read something to you real quick?
Sure.
This is from Luke 10:25-37. When a lawyer asked Jesus to define neighbor, Jesus tells the story of a man attacked and left for dead. We are to welcome the neighbor. Welcome the neighbor.
Okay.
Welcome the neighbor. Are you here to welcome the neighbor?
What do you mean by that?
Like those folks that are in detention are our neighbors.
Yeah, so it doesn't say that you welcome them into the country. We need border laws.
It doesn't say anywhere in the Bible everyone is human and we are to treat everybody with dignity and respect. And help them.
It doesn't mean you can't
go
have
into a
borders.
prison and help them, feed them.
It doesn't mean you can't have borders.
Provide housing to them.
It doesn't mean you can't have borders.
We can have borders. We have borders.
So,
but we have to welcome the foreigner. Jesus was the foreigner.
We do allow foreigners in this country. In fact, the president is an immigrant. He's second generation immigrant. His wife's first generation. All of his kids except Tiffany are second generation. His ex-wife is first generation immigrant.
Yeah, illegally.
In the United States of America.
First wife is illegal.
In the United, what's that?
You support legal.
I support legal immigration.
Right.
Yeah.
We all do. But the people that are here now, they should be treated like cattle,
No,
dogs.
illegal immigrants, they violate federal law. They get deported.
So they get to get treated inhumanely. That's how we want to treat people as a country. We call ourselves Christian.
They get detained. Yeah.
Are you Christian?
I'm newly Christian. Yeah.
You're newly Christian.
Newly Christian.
You might want to read the New Testament. Then.
That's cool. Yeah.
What were you before?
I was agnostic for many years. Yeah.
What caused the change?
2 trips to Jerusalem and Charlie Kirk's death.
Charlie Kirk's death
was a big was a big part in my.
Were you a Charlie Kirk follower before?
I've been to a lot of Charlie's events. I don't consume a lot of right-wing content. I consume mostly left-wing content.
Okay.
So did I religiously watch Charlie? No. But
so
where
do you consider yourself now?
Hateful.
I consider myself a Christian. I accepted God.
No.
He was a vile and hateful.
You think he deserves
it? I'm right-wing.
No, absolutely not.
Right-wing.
Nobody deserves to be killed or assassinated, murdered, or in any way harmed.
What do you mean? I'm
But
conservative.
he was a vile.
Right and left is an economic axis.
So that's actually
rhetoric.
so from an economic perspective,
Google
you're like
just watch any of the YouTubers.
I'm right
So
wing.
what?
Yeah, I'm
So
conservative.
And I debated them.
conservative. Sort of the definition is to
think he's
preserve
Okay.
the existing state, right? Like the existing state of things,
Yeah.
right?
Not all existing states of things, but yes, I consider
that's-
myself generally conservative.
Literally, what it means to me, that's the term conservative is liberal means I'm looking for a thing that's
It does. Context
next,
doesn't
right?
matter.
Something
No, it depends on what we're looking at. I would like to conserve the principles of this country. I am economically liberal.
What are one of the,
And it's- and
what's a principle of this country that you'd like to conserve?
Oh yeah, like free speech. I think is a great one. The right to bear arms. I think freedom of expression.
Still trying to figure out
Tell me, what do you think with
the new operating system.
like your speech is limited, right?
Yeah, I never said it was limited.
Right, no, you feel good about that, right?
My speech.
No, what could limit your speech is what I'm asking you, right?
Like, for example, what we have going on in the United Kingdom where people are arrested for quote-unquote hate speech. I think that's probably
for hate speech?
For hate speech, yeah. I think that's probably a pretty big limitation of
So
free speech.
give me an example of hate speech.
Well, in the United Kingdom, there was a man outside of a
But we're
mosque.
not in
And
the
he said,
UK.
you're right.
Give me
You
an
asked me for an
example
example, so I'm giving you an example.
Of hate speech in America.
Well,
What would be
it depends on what you consider hate speech, because I don't think there should be any hate speech
I know
laws.
what I
Right.
consider it. I'm asking you what you consider
Right.
hate
Well, I'm not the
speech,
one
right?
trying to make laws about hate speech.
I don't consider anything hate speech.
You don't consider anything hate speech?
No, it's, everything's free speech.
You can have hateful speech.
Are you like him? Are you a recent convert?
No.
Here's one. If I see
You're a
if I
long-term
see a
Christian.
black pilot,
Right.
I'm going to be like, boy, I hope he's qualified.
Right.
Because that is a racist
Yeah,
statement.
that's
not racist.
The context, because of the DEI.
There's no
He's talking
context.
about
There is
DEI.
context.
Well, so what? It doesn't matter what the context
Yeah,
is.
because people are
You're
being.
telling me
United Airlines
if you
had
see
a-
a black pilot on an airplane and you wonder whether it's safe, you are a racist.
He didn't say that. He said he
No.
wonders if he's
They
qualified.
lowered
United
their
Airlines had a
They didn't
hiring.
lower their standards.
Yes,
What's
they
it
did.
do with facts?
They had
They
a
did
hiring
not.
quota of 50%
But
women
they-
and people of color,
That doesn't
which
mean
means
they
they're
lowered their
hiring
standards.
based on characteristics over qualifications.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they
Yes,
did.
they did.
Look it up.
So, do you think I'm underqualified for my job?
No, I don't. Well, I don't know. I don't know because I don't know what your job is. I don't know why they hired you. I don't know the reasons why they hired you. But let me answer. So when there is an institutional effort to intentionally hire people based on their characteristics
dealing
over
with
their
somebody in
qualifications, then yes.
customer
But
service
if there's not that
who is
system
a
in place,
moronic
and there are black
black
people
woman,
that are like piloting planes or whatever, I don't see an issue with that. I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with black pilots. I have an issue with the administration. No, I have an issue with the administration of airlines or other companies intentionally intentionally hiring people because they look a certain way, as opposed to because they have necessary qualifications or that they're the most qualified.
Yes, I totally agree. Right? There's all sorts of stuff about that. So out of curiosity, right? So when do you think that all started?
No, they don't.
When do I think it started?
Yeah, like when did they start just hiring, lowering the standards for brown
It's actually
people
more
and black
racist
people, right?
to
Like,
hire
It's been going on for a long time. Affirmative action. Yeah,
So since affirmative
in the past 10 years, you've had a lot of like increased DEI hiring quotas and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's so interesting. So when you see people, like your real concern is that they are qualified and really good at their job, right?
Well, I don't want a system that intentionally.
no,
It was a violation of
but-
the Civil Rights Act, first of all, and second of all, I don't
That's debatable.
want lesser
But
qualified people being hired because of the way they
great,
look.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, great. But you wouldn't. I don't want lesser qualified people hired. Period. Right? Especially for something
Reject
like an airplane.
feminism.
Like,
Submit
what if
to your
somebody
husband.
is less qualified?
I think you should hire the most
Or
qualified
what if-
person.
What if,
You're not in
what if the
charge.
most qualified person is
You are
black?
not in charge.
Then
Does your
they
husband
should
know
have the
you're
job
Great. So how do you know that's not happening?
because United Airlines and many of the other airlines
So your husband
had
makes
a
all the
hiring
decisions
quota
with
of
no
50% of all new recruits being women and people of color,
really
which
gotta
means
look
you're
into that.
intentionally
Can you show
prioritizing.
me some documentation about that?
I can't get my phone is streaming. I can't get on my phone.
You don't
Look
get
it up.
the-
Use your phone. Look it
Oh,
up.
here, we'll look it up.
Look up hiring quota. United Airlines hiring quota.
That'd be great, man. I don't know about this part, right? So I'll just Google hiring.
DEI hiring quota. United Airlines.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay? Are you Christian?
Yes.
Then you should believe that.
I don't. The Old Testament.
DEI.
the Old
What am I
Testament,
googling?
Jesus came
DEI
DEI hiring quota.
hiring quota.
in order to.
United Airlines.
Wait, I got an extra I in there.
No, it's not in there.
Have you looked
Hiring
at 1 Timothy
quota.
2:10 through 12? Look it up.
1 Timothy 10 through 12.
United Airlines.
Hey,
50%
Bonnie, I need you.
women and people of
1
color
Timothy 10 through 12. Look it up.
for new
We need
pilot
to have a
recruits.
Nuremberg-style trial for every gender-affirming clinic doctor. We
Yeah.
need it immediately.
I agree.
For gender
Well, good.
affirming, absolutely.
I know.
The American
AI is going to say
Democratic
something.
Party hates this
I don't know.
country.
We
They
go.
wanna see it
Goal
collapse.
is
Love it
for
when
at least
America
50% of new
becomes
pilot recruits
Yep.
to be women and people of
Bullshit
color, right?
lie.
Yep.
So this is AI, right?
saw Jimmy
So
Kimmel-
diversity
Great
goal.
replacement
United Airlines aims to have at
strategy,
least
which is
50% of
well
new pilot
Every
recruits
single day on our southern border,
from
there's a strategy
an
to replace white rural America with something
Aviate
different.
Academy to be
that
women
wrong?
and people
That
of
is
color.
wrong. America has freedom of religion,
Partnerships,
of
training
course,
academy,
large, dedicated Islamic
partnerships,
areas
support
Yeah.
for students, merit
Exactly.
and
So you
diversity,
won't go to
Yeah.
Richmond.
industry context.
And so you're choosing characteristics over qualifications.
I don't
Doesn't mean
see that
hold up,
here.
hold up.
Can you
Well,
show me
what
that
happens?
here?
What happens when you have a 50% of all your new recruits have to be women and people of color? What does that mean? It means you're intentionally choosing people based on what they look like. No. That's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. It's exactly what it means. And it's a violation of the Civil Rights Act.
Don't you have to let me answer too?
Go ahead, answer.
You don't?
You
Okay,
can answer.
Great. All right. So let's say that none of this bullshit about hiring people of color occurred before when? Let's just pick a date. Say 1965.
Whether or not they're human
right?
Sure.
doesn't matter.
Right. Before then, what did all the pilots look like?
So there's a bunch of humans
They were probably before 1965, probably white.
without their medicine,
Is
without
that the best
food.
way?
Yes, I do know.
No, it wasn't the best way.
So granted. So you haven't been nothing in this thing that you had me Google said that we've lowered our standards.
It said they were intentionally hiring people based on their skin color. 50% people and women of color.
Goal, right? United
Right.
Airlines-
So how do you achieve that goal? How do you achieve it?
Well,
By handpicking people based on their characteristics. That's how.
I thought it was stopping doing the things that we did
No.
prior to 1965.
We already stopped those things. We have the Civil Rights Act, and that's a violation of the Civil Rights Act.
So are you in support of when
every person in
employers
America
let go of
is
somebody based on their race? Like they should sue, right?
Yeah.
And
when they
white
get-
people should definitely do that, right?
If they're not hired or let go because of their skin color, 100%.
So do you think that the country has just stopped being racist?
No, there will always be racist people everywhere, but the country is not institutionally racist.
You don't think the country's institutionally
Absolutely not.
So what data would you point to?
Why
that
can't they go in
says
there?
we're
Why won't
not
they go in there?
institutionally racist?
I can't prove a negative, so you show me a law that is systemically racist against anybody, and I'm happy to look at it. I can point you recent examples of systemic racism against white people that are now banned, affirmative action.
Point me to those.
Affirmative action, which is now
Racist
banned.
against white people?
Yeah, because it prioritizes people based on their skin color and their characteristics.
To say that I now understand why.
But it's banned, so it's not. The country's not systemically racist. You'd have to point to me a law where people are intentionally discriminated against based on their race or other characteristics. There are none.
It's so clear to me now. It's that you really don't understand what systemic racism is.
No,
You're
I do.
just not
I do.
very
There
bright.
are.
I get
Well,
it.
give me an example of systemic racism then. A
I
current
don't
one.
have to, my friend.
Okay, yeah, that's right, because you have none.
You're right.
Very.
There's no systemic racism.